Hey guys, welcome to Simple Real Estate. I'm Joe Seminary. Today we're going to be talking about tax deed sales. A lot of people ask me, hey Joe, what do you think about tax deed sales? And really the reality is I've invested in quite a lot of tax deed sales over the years and have done well with it. And I can give you some quick advice and quick overview on the tax deed sales, what to look for and what to really be careful for. So what happens is if someone's not paying their taxes, usually like 2 or 3 years, that particular county sends them a notice and they say, hey, look, pay your taxes or you're going to be basically on our auction list. It goes to several different lists. Could be a private sale, could be an upset sale. There's usually 4 in each different county. Some just go right to, the stage that you could, like an over-the-counter purchase you can do. But in reality, in like states like Florida are really good with taking over someone's property. There's no period of time where they can take it back. Once you buy it, you buy it. There's no redemption period, anything like that. But on just a regular tax deed sales, what'll happen is it'll go through the auction. And if it doesn't hit the auction channels, it'll go to the repository sale, which is actually sold right through the county itself. Really, you could do really well. I mean, you could make hundreds of thousands of dollars on that. And especially if you're a buy and hold strategist, if you buy and hold real estate, you want to be able to buy a house as inexpensive as possible, put a little bit amount of money into it and get it cash flowing right away. We talk about that passive income that has to happen with real estate. And it certainly, look, you can buy a house. Let's just say you're buying a house in the C-class neighborhood for $60,000. You got the closing costs, you got this, that, the third. You can buy a house at auction for $2,000, put $8,000 and $10,000. You can have a cash flowing house between $700 and $1,000 a month. Yeah, you do the math, and it is light years faster to have passive income. I'm talking about real estate wealth to focus in on the tax deed sales. They're good, but they're hard to find. You got to do your research, and also you want to make sure that what you're buying, you know what you're buying. You want to make sure that there's not a tenant in there living. There could be a squatter. There could be, because you got to evict that person sooner or later. So what you want to try to do is find a place that is not being rented right now. A lot of times you're not going to be allowed to see the inside of the property, so you drive past it at night. Make sure there's no lights on to indicate that someone's living there. And take a look at the outside of the house. Make sure that there's no, the roof isn't caving in, the house is not safe. Those are the things I look for, like foundation issues. Of course, the windows are going to be maybe broke, and the siding is going to need to be redone or painted and stuff like that. You're getting a house for like $2,000 or less. That's what you're going to be up against. But the formula is real simple. You buy a house for $1,500, you throw several $1,000s in it, you get it up and running, you get the tenant in there, and boom, you move to the next one. You move to the next one. If you want to sell these at some point, it might be a little difficult because you'll have to file for a quick title deed and stuff like that you need an attorney for. But with these houses, I always say buy them, rent them, and just forget them. And let them cash flow. Get yourself a property manager to deal with all the headaches. And you get 10 of those babies, you're at $7,000 a month, right? And would you really spend? Let's say you spent $2,000 for it. You threw another 6 in there. So let's say we're at 8,000. Times 7 is 56 grand, right? 56 grand. I just told you could buy a house in the C-class neighborhood for 60. So now you're at, you got your whatever, 8 houses or what have you, cash flowing. You got, rental income of somewhere around $7,000 a month. You just don't see those numbers anywhere else. You're going to be doing some work. You're going to be knocking down some doors. You're going to be going to some auctions. You're going to be, sending in affidavits and stuff like that and bids and all that stuff. But the reality is you can become wealthy. Seriously wealthy with tax deed sales. I know people that go to these auctions and buy a whole bunch of these properties with no plans of ever fixing them up. They buy them and then they list them. They put them right on the market. So they'll pay $15,000, they'll put them right up for 10. And they want that little $8,000 flip. It happens all the time. I know people that do it in 20 to 50 houses at a clip. So that's my basic overview for the tax deed sales. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the free content and the advice that I'm giving here. It helps with the algorithms, keeps me motivated to posting these videos. But tax deed sales are definitely the way to go. How do I find these things? You might be saying, well, how do I start? Just type in tax deed sales in your county, and it'll pop up. Go to the website, and there's usually a list there. So start investing, be safe, and make sure that you're building passive wealth for you and your family in the future, so you don't have to work for that 9-to-5 job and be a slave to the rhythm.